Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Friday, the 18th of November, 2022. I'm Michael Thompson. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about, so let's jump into it. Story number 1, the local market lifted slightly to finish the week, with the S&P ASX 200 adding 0.2% to close at 7,152 points. Leading the gains were Meridian Energy, up 5.3%, Oz Minerals, which lifted almost 4%, more on that one in a moment, and Ampol, which added 2.9%. Among the falling stocks were miners Pilbara Minerals and Lynas Rare Earths, both down 2.9%, and Allkem, which fell 3%. The small lift in Australian shares came despite a weaker lead from Wall Street, which ended lower after warnings from Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis President James Bullard that he sees interest rates in America rising to at least 5%. The Aussie dollar is buying 67 US cents, and Bitcoin is holding a bit over $16,800 US. On to story number 2 now, and another mega merger on the ASX as BHP wins agreement from Oz Minerals for a $28.25 per share offer that values Oz at $9.6 billion. The agreed offer comes 15 weeks after BHP first offered to buy Oz Minerals for $25 per share, an offer that was rejected by the Oz board. This deal is all about copper. Trillions of dollars of renewable energy projects and electric vehicles will be needed to get the world towards net zero carbon emissions, and all of those are going to need copper. Story number 3 today, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has urged Russia to hand over the 3 men convicted over shooting down flight MH17, killing 298 people, including 38 Australians. A Dutch court overnight convicted 2 Russians and a pro-Russia Ukrainian over the downing of the passenger jet above eastern Ukraine in 2014. All 3 are fugitives believed to be in Russia. The court found that an anti-aircraft missile system supplied by the Russian military brought down the Malaysia Airlines flight. Story number 4, Christmas is back on after the Fair Work Commission banned tugboat giant Svitzer and the Maritime Union from taking any further industrial action for 6 months. Svitzer is crucial to operations at Australia's biggest ports and had threatened to lock out workers to bring a 3-year-long industrial relations dispute to a head. That would have had pretty dramatic ramifications for goods entering Australia in the critical Christmas retail period. Svitzer's ports cover 65% of all Australian imports and process $1.1 billion worth of goods every day. The orders mean neither the company nor the unions can take industrial action for 6 months while they continue to negotiate a deal. And finally, story number 5. The lawyer appointed to lead FTX through bankruptcy says the cryptocurrency exchange suffered, quote, a complete failure of corporate controls that led to an unprecedented debacle. Now, John J. Ray has overseen some of the world's biggest ever bankruptcies, including Enron, but he said he has never seen anything as bad as FTX in his 40 years of restructuring firms. FTX collapsed, owing more than 1 million people $8 billion US, and now Mr. Ray will try to unpick what went wrong and figure out how to recover any money and cryptocurrency tokens left over. The cryptocurrency pain has spread further, engulfing high-profile lender Genesis. That's the firm founded by the Olympic rowing teams that once sued Mark Zuckerberg over Facebook. Genesis is seeking an emergency $1 billion loan from investors and has suspended redemptions. That's it for the afternoon report for Friday, the 18th of November, 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Join me and Adam Lang tomorrow morning for the weekend edition of the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.